Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be looking at a game called Zero Parades for Dead Spies. This is an espionage RPG, which I am very excited about. It's also probably one of the more premier and what I'm calling disco likes, in that it was made by some of the creators of the Disco Elysium game. So not just inspired by, but made by some of the actual developers that worked on that game. So in Zero Parades, you are a brilliant but tormented operant on one final desperate assignment. Gather your broken network, untangle a web of lies, and prove yourself on the world stage, or blow it all up again. So the core pillars, kind of the back of the box gameplay features that this is standing on, is it is a grand spy RPG, psychological depth, surrealist undertones, and a rich world to explore. There's conditioning, where you recall your training to customize your operant as you decide what skills are right for the job. Dramatic encounters, where you can freeze time in a tactical view and determine the best path to overcome the impossible. Your skills talk to you. There's the disco-like. It pays to listen to your inner voices for advice, but be careful to fully trust them. And pressures and exertion. Push yourself to your physical and mental limits to force the dice in your favor. I really like what this is presenting as. Obviously, not just the art style, which already you can tell just looks gorgeous, but the idea that there's espionage as an RPG, and the conditioning sounds like you get to recall, you build your character by recalling what you were good at, is what it sounds like. We'll see if that holds up, but that's what it sounds like. That your years of training come through in the gameplay. So instead of starting with like a static, maybe a character sheet, maybe you just evolve as you recall skill sets that you would use to get through some of these objectives. At least that's what it sounds like to me. We'll see. But I really like this pressures and exertion as well, because as you might imagine, being a spy and living a life in espionage is probably extremely stressful and takes a emotional and psychological toll. And like some of the best tabletop RPGs, the fact that they're incorporating this mechanic as one of their core pillars, I think is pretty awesome. So we'll watch the trailer, I'll get a feel for what they're presenting here, and then we'll jump into some gameplay for 45 minutes or so.
Not the missing persons division.
My employer has placed me in an impossible position.
You'll do everything I say.
The opera's going to hang me by the toes.
They're staring right at us, unblinking.
Magnetic. Her name was Herschel. Dark gold hair, a well-worn life beneath. A dandelion puff, waiting to be blown. She tried to look out for me. For us. None of it mattered in the end. Everything she touched rippled into failure.
What kind of spy are you? Oh, so we get to pick. Custom character not available. Okay. Well, I don't understand what any of these mean. So in light of that, oh, here we go. Kinetic Iron Maiden. Sweet. Physical conditioning and applied violence. Emotions toward you. An engineer of the superhuman soul, the charismatic or analytical. Big brain in a glass jar. I think I'm going to go with charismatic at this point, just because you talk to a lot of people in these games, and we'll see what happens. Raise an action skill to train your body and its impulses. Okay. So this is coordination, different parts of your body acting in concert, agile and fluid movement. Doppelgang. Summon your internal strength. Instincts. Shadow play. I'm just reading about these. I can rather go undetected. Advanced covert spy techniques. Well, that sounds like that's great. Perception. Huh. So I get to raise one of each of these. I'll raise shadow play, I guess. Oh, I didn't hold it long enough. Oh, okay, game. Like, you didn't tell me to click and hold. You just had a button. A relation skill to better understand people. So blueprints, you understand the city and how to decipher, how to use people, or how people use it. Decipher the surroundings to your advantage. Cold read is read the room and act before anybody else. Telltale signs of body language. Nerve, stay on target, keep calm under pressure, hide your feelings from the world. Personalism, understand what motivates people, including yourself, see the person underneath. And statehood, social force embodied in presence and coercion. Command and intimidate others. I think understanding what motivates people. I'll give that one a shot. All right, an intellect skill to hone your modes of thinking. Entanglement. Spooky action across this plane and beyond. Gain insight from elsewhere. Gray matter is just straight up deductive reasoning. The rational side of your mind. Finding order in everything. Poetic, your ability to see and express what others can't. Engage your creative engine. Records, the totality of facts and memories about the world. Understand the present through the past. And technoflex, make systems and machines bend to your will. Apply your technical expertise. Let's see, I'm playing somebody who's more charismatic. However, understanding personal motivations, and I think gray matter, just the pure deductive reasoning of things, is interesting. So we're going to go with that. Probably no right or wrong answers, but this is what we're going with.
Winds are roaring through Portofino this afternoon, kicking up sea speed.
I once saw a spy. She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personnel mind in human form. Her friends called her Herschel, but for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
What became of this Cascade?
Portofino 91, the whole sick crew, a disaster untold, the black page in the official records.
Oh, great. My anxiety went up. Fantastic.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
No sense in rehashing the past.
None at all. Yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world.
What happened after 91?
She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought.
They were wrong.
Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sub-levels, where they keep the true believers. Don't count Cascade out. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino.
What changed? Why send me back?
Because I asked them to.
Well, I'm just cranking up the anxiety, aren't I? Okay, great.
There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief.
Who'd you say you were?
No one special. Just an arm-like sack of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms. But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics, one of the varieties of mankind.
Well, I'm here. Where are you?
Right here, in an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop in the city-state of Portofino. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come.
You mentioned a new assignment.
One that could really turn things around. For you, of course. Independent thought and movement are a bit beyond me in my current state.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat.
Hold on, how are we talking right now?
We're not. This is all you. Conversing with your own mental projections, reconciling the dissonance inherent to your role, like you were trained to do.
And what's your perspective, pseudopod?
Life is beautiful, cruel, full of hidden cues that I missed. Maybe next time.
Stuff happens, you know?
Would you like to hear a secret? Whatever happens has already happened.
Oh, that's weird and ominous. Okay. It was like this when you came in.
Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive.
So every spy is assigned a partner or a double, and this man was meant to be yours.
A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him. No response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the
There
ceiling.
goes the anxiety. Jeez.
The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat. You get no response, no flinch, no twitch.
The film was monochrome and silent, and the soundtrack the low home with the projector. The celluloid rushes from its spool.
As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw.
Check the air
There
around
was
him.
no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers. No drug paraphernalia either. Just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. Like a cosmonaut's safety tether. Stiff collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs.
Maybe this is how a man reclines these days.
And to think, your superiors expected you both to share this enclosed space with tendencies like this.
3 layers of socks. Maybe he overheated and had to lose the trousers to compensate. Heat coma, one possible but very unlikely cause of his current condition. So look in his eyes, the green of long corroded copper. There's a charged empty space behind them, like a room that someone has left the last time. As for the face around the eyes, his jaws hang slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones accentuate the large bald spot atop his crown. I'm not rubbing his bald spot for luck.
You leave him exactly as you found him. For the best, this husk could well be cursed.
Let's check his vitals.
Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. What that means about his deeper condition, you cannot say. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed.
He's not dead yet.
Then the body is disobedient and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges.
Okay, so my anxiety has peaked to the point where now I'm anxious. Great. Okay, how to respond here? I've let him down. This must be some kind of setup. I've let him down. That's a personal responsibility. I don't know that I'm in any way responsible for what this guy's going through. Some kind of setup. I don't know. That's, again, first impression. I can't work like this. That's the statement of, that's just a statement of fact. And maybe this is temporary. Everything seems speculative except number 3.
There may be little opportunity for a second, based on the current visual. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant down.
Interesting that the text doesn't match the voice acting, but... And that there's no voice acting here. Interesting. So as long as he lies here dead dreaming in the strange city, you are the final friend he has. The assignment brief, man, you've got to have it. Searching for clues.
Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esteman T. Below that, a title, Imports Lead. Sock Merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers.
Sock merchant? Okay. Anything else in the pockets? 2 other things to note: a slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. Examine the slip of paper. It's a purchase order for 10 socks made out to Carmuna Pessoa. I'm probably butchering that. Fashions and Garments Bootleg Bazaar. Some kind of marketplace, but no one you've ever been to. Just 10 pair? 5 pair, 10 socks. Interesting. Yeah, not a real order. It's a sympathy order. He obviously made an impression on this person. And the slip of paper goes over in your hand. It feels like a baton. Okay, whatever. Pseudopod's obligations are now yours. You owe this woman 5 pairs of socks. Okay. Examine the business card. It's cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is a miracle of the cartoonish image of a disembodied lips at the phone receiver. Add a phone receiver.
Notably absent is an actual phone number. Into your pocket it goes.
Indy. Old school candy. Didn't know they still made these. And no thanks, I'll put it back. The assignment brief, man, you've got to have it.
Not even a flicker of a response. The people's spy cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate.
Demand your assignment. Okay, so, and I can't retry this. Pulse is present. Clearly not responsive, so let's cancel each other out. I can't exert the role because my anxiety is already elevated. Like, sure, let's do it.
Your double has deserted the track before the starting gun. Will you stand for it?
The silence is politically suspect, fast becoming a crime against the party. All I need is a few words. I'll even take the gist. Stop holding out on me. Shake him a little. Yeah, come on.
Pathetic.
Come on. I know it's in there. Stand him up.
The man's breath gargles softly in his throat as you yank him upwards. He is heavier than he looks.
Just say something. Man, please. Look, Pseudopod, I'm sorry about this, but I need to know what we're doing here. Or you could tell me, or you could tell the party's disciplinary commission. Code number 2. Chuck. His head lolls on its neck hinge. If you didn't know any better, he would say his other eyes seem to be urging you in the direction of the bathroom. The bathroom? Is that it, boy? He's not a dog. God's sake. Pat him on the cheek. That's more like it. Put him back in the chair. What is this? Oh, so interesting. So that's my dossier. I see. So these must be all like separate state. What is this? I aired over it. Fatigue, anxiety, and delirium. Oh, interesting. Okay, great. My inventory. Okay, and the clothing, very much disco-like, that it has a the clothing you wear has an impact on your stats. But I wish it would tell me when I air over things. Like it did it during character creation, but the fact that it doesn't tell you now. So I go back to the dossier, and now I can go to entanglement and see what it is. But when I'm in inventory and I'm just looking at this, I can't, so I have to click through. I kind of wish that this would also have like a mouse over to tell you what the stats were, so you don't have to go back through the dossier to find out. Journal. Okay. Cool. Okay, the assignment is ultimately yours alone now. I'll do what I can for you. Your double didn't notice your arrival. He doesn't notice your departure either. Once the party gets wind, all traces of his existence will be wiped clean. By this time tomorrow, he'll have never existed at all. Wow, that's cool. The air in the room is dead weight heavy. All right, well, we came from the bathroom, so what did we miss? Toilet seat is up. That doesn't really come as much. There's his pants. What's going on with the pants?
A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately over the shower rail.
Okay.
If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far.
Examine them.
Brown, shapeless, they are utterly unremarkable. No accident. This is functional invisibility. The wearer would have no choice but to blend into a crowd.
Search the
The
pockets.
front and back pockets are completely empty, except for a few pieces of lint. Your hoisting must have compressed his lungs somehow. Unless
Search the pockets again thoroughly.
you discover a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket.
Cheeky boy. A pocket disguised as a pocket.
You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper.
So I can't help but do the pun. A pseudo secret.
The page is notebook-sized and perforated along one edge. It reads, THA space 7 LES APR space 032 space WIFO space 9W space TBGFLW25. Half a cipher. The language of spies. You've carried papers like this, folded up and hidden away in secret pockets and compartments.
All right, it's a one-time key.
Good to unlock a single enciphered message. You just need to locate the other half.
And why are they hanging in the bathroom?
One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. He was trying to smooth out creases with shower steam.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I can do tab, the objective view.
You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm. Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number of fragments before coalescing again by your ear.
Please tell me you have good news.
Okay, so somebody actually know from the office, a friend from work.
The voice of authority, otherwise known as your controller. It's your double she's expecting. Let's not disappoint her.
I'm not going to. No. I don't have news. I have a problem.
Operant Cascade, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed.
Her voice is just as you remember.
And I didn't identify myself as Cascade because she's going to be an Operant Cascade. Okay, so we're just doing this in the open, huh? Okay. I guess we've secured the line somehow.
We'll get to your problem in a moment. Put pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man in the chair.
Why is my
The
anxiety raised?
snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions per minute. It takes all your concentration to keep the receiver steady against your ear.
Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, I've already assessed the situation, so why is my anxiety going up? Like, it'd be different if I had some sort of response, but I've already processed what's going on here. And I'm supposed to be a professional, so why is my anxiety still increasing by the minute with no additional stimulus? This should be a chance. If anything, the fact that this is a call that goes back to the office should be some sort of a relief, because I can, like, at least communicate this to somebody. I don't understand why I'm being penalized. And it seems like anytime any of these go up, it is a penalty. Something's very wrong with him. He's breathing but non-responsive. More than that, I can't say. And I'm just going to dwell on this for a minute. Like, I love these systems. I love that these exist. I understand kind of the idea that this is physical fatigue, this is mental fatigue, and this is maybe emotional fatigue, right? In terms of like the three states of things that wear on a person. I don't, and I appreciate them as systems. I don't like it when it's not clear to me why things are, why number go up. Like, I need to understand that so that I know how to engage with the world, or to choose not to. This doesn't seem like the consequences of my actions. This seems like an arbitrary thing that is just present, that has no bearing on what I choose to do or not to do. And I don't like that. That disconnects me from the world and the systems.
For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all, save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Meaning eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant. Heavy words. Words that set machinery in motion.
Right, she's asking me to make a determination. I have no idea. He was like this when I came in.
I'll ask one more time. Is your double zeroed out?
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination herself. Once you say it, there's no going back. The momentum of events will overtake you.
I mean, he might be still in there somewhere.
Cascade, is your double zeroed out or not?
Yes.
Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of spy services? Fucking hell.
She's wondering how long till she can have a drink. Shriekily liqueur from a can. It's been several hours since her last.
The opera's going to hang me by the toes.
Jesus.
Where you expect the satellite facility be?
Okay. Again, how am I being penalized for this? This is the same stimulus. This is the same thing. Nothing else should have triggered this. So why am I all of a sudden, all right, whatever game. We'll play, but this doesn't make any sense. Like, if there was a new development or a new complication or a new wrinkle or a new, a new set of events, I could get it, but this doesn't make any sense to me. So now I have to lower a skill because anxiety has peaked. I mean, I guess I'll go with my highest one so that at least I don't penalize something into the tank. So can this ever go up, or am I just constantly lowering my skills throughout the game because everything's taking a toll on me? That's not how experience works, but okay.
AKA the freezer. where the old, useless, and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair. The freezer, shiver, resist.
But whatever happens has already happened.
Is that your way of telling me to fuck off? You haven't even got the assignment.
Gang taking heavy incoming fire here. Not sure how long we can hold out.
Assignment. Yes, let's hear it, controller.
Listen to me. This assignment is over. Effective immediately.
Over. Immediately.
The woman in the Photoshop downstairs, Constance. She's one of ours. Let her deal with Pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key.
What about me?
As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. But they won't be expecting you back in the People's Republics for several days. Plenty of time for some self-directed espionage.
Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
Cut the Mel stuff. We're talking about work now. Let the photo lady deal with him. Your concern is getting out of Portofino, understand?
Negative. Gang wants spy. The People's spies are infallible and incorruptible. Reject reactionary pessimism.
And what if I refuse?
That's a directive, Operant. This assignment is over. Get on the next tram.
Yeah, the tram, sure. On my way.
If what you're saying is true, enemies abound. Don't get yourself zeroed out.
A click, and the line goes dead.
Oh, so you can do the objective view from here too. Okay.
This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved for personnel files.
Examine
The
the folder.
small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. Your cryptonym, Cascade. It screams danger, not for human consumption. Your hand hesitates.
I mean, obviously I'm going to open the folder.
The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you, in neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest elements. Name, Wilk Herschel, cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents, none. Pay class D2. Years of service, 14.
And then the voice acting stops again for some reason. Childhood bourgeois history of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled to People's Republic of Kahila. Embraced post-historical materialism. Born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record, gunshot, chest, retained bullet. Pre-service. Interesting. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Homosexual tendencies, unconfirmed. Where do they come up with this stuff? Vicious rumor started by my extremely horny detractors. I would have said that one just because it made me laugh. Suicide risk minimal. As our moral statisticians have repeatedly instructed, suicide is merely a coward's way to spit one last time upon the party. It's all ideation until you commit. Moving on. End of list. According to the file, this is all there is to you. Anything else in here?
There's another page behind this one. It's labeled Service History. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site.
Yeah, let's read it. Okay, so I couldn't seem some of the strength to read it. That's interesting. So I was curious to see if there's a fail forward state, like if something interesting would happen if I failed. And the answer is no. Unfortunately, I just don't do the thing, and I can't repeat it probably until I improve the skill, if it's anything like Disco Elysium. So it is what it is. A little disappointing.
Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers, you find an open pack of cigarettes. Suprema mark. Smokes. Ease of mind. Cool.
Examine them.
There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. It's like any other found in commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics. Except...
Yeah, here we go. I don't recall seeing well, there's an ashtray on the table, but I don't recall seeing him near one. So I was curious about that. That there were signs of actual smoking.
Secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself. A crisply folded sheet of A7 paper. Vijapwal, Vubsquux, Ongs, Sexfazul, Exquum, Yijizv, Digarak, Ravix, Skilbach, Jittababake, Whatsup, Sift, Hugtok, Huichk, Slaw.
Whoa, lady. All right. Now to make them kiss. One on correspondence between the key and the text. Leave them.
You leave the cigarettes where you found them.
Examine the cipher again.
The sheet naturally curls itself into a little V as you place it back on the desk.
Yeah, and I was going to say, this is what I meant to do. Apply the one-time key to the ciphertext.
Letter by letter, words emerge from the mist. They speak in a voice you haven't heard for a long time.
Cascade, all will be forgiven. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. What does that mean? Yeah, that means because it's a transgression that's a mystery. Something at least. Yeah, we're spies. Bad things happen to spies. It's nobody's fault.
The day beyond the window beckons you.
Yeah.
Wait, the secrets. You can't just leave them out like this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a little confused as to why this guy just has a personnel file as a spy, just like floating around an operation area where anybody could just break in and find my file. And like, that doesn't seem very keeping with the espionage aesthetic, let's say, you know, in the standard practice. I thought he would have been briefed on this long before he got to me, or this would have been something he would have consumed and destroyed. Burn the one-time key.
Like a dream, the nitrocellulose dissolves into ash.
Also, like, my file probably should go with it.
The opened pack of Suprema 100s is still there.
Now we leave
You
him.
leave the cigarettes where you...
What else do we got? I think that's it. I think that's everything. Let's see. Dishes recently washed. Says the standby mode.
Following the cord from your doubles headphones, you come to a mid-sized time stereo resting on a sideboard. Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words, Ultravioletta, you but from a dream, handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist.
Over
The
here.
disc is loaded, ready to tell you.
Unplug and press play.
The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk as you push it in. The plastic latch clicks into place, and the discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle is rotating, though the speakers don't produce any sound at all. The kitchen light hums and splinters momentarily.
Stop.
The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though nothing has seemingly happened.
Yeah, these are my only two options. I'm going to press eject and take the disc. That doesn't seem like that is a
brief
great thing to
internal
listen to.
hum. Then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there, like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. You step away from the equipment.
What is this? There's, okay, yeah. Enough, you're blacklisted. Take your sick little games elsewhere.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence.
She runs a photo shop that maintains your safe house demand you don't recognize. Professional class camera, no consumer model. Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something.
She's requesting assistance. Not your conflict, no need to engage. See, there should be a way for me to interject myself without being confrontational and just putting the social pressure of being another person in the room who's observing what's going on. We're just going to observe.
Don't step too close. They're handing out bans like they're going out of style.
Okay, so he's noticed me. That's fine. Crackle of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Yeah, there's no choice, so I'm going to keep it to myself. Restless eyes, evasive demeanor. This man may not have zeroed out your double, but you're sure such things aren't beyond him. Okay.
Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress I'll now carry through my day.
Gives you one more glance as he leaves, Garrett's coat flapping behind him. No, sides are up first. It's a hardness to her expression despite her garments. She's evaluating you, just you or her. Who's that guy? Nobody, a seedy little oddity who likes to make fantastical threats. You seem to know me from somewhere. Probably just his vicious aura. He's a local specimen I doubt he's ever gotten out of. Guyash? You've not seen the last of him. The two are bound by hideous orange thread. Ugh. Okay, just because I'm working for the, I'm working for the opera does not make me some sort of communist. Okay. Your politics are irrelevant to me as long as you do your job, yeah. So don't attempt to seduce me with your post-historical dialects. Your double already tried his hardest. I'm here strictly for the espionage. Which reminds me, I have some of your funds to redistribute. Your stipend for the assignment. All right, she gives me a, so I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. None of these seem like inappropriate. Like money means nothing. I live to spy. Why? What? The souls in the toilet? This won't even buy me a belt to hang myself. Seems odd. Extremely fatalistic. Probably not helping my anxiety, which has already proven to be a problem. And ka-ching sounds like the most immature thing I could possibly say with a brain dead partner upstairs and my life being in the balance. I guess I'll just go with number one for lack of a better thing to say. A true post-materialist. I didn't think they actually existed. While in the subject allocating resources, here's the screwdriver the pseudopod requested. Okay. What am I supposed to do with the screwdriver? Fix the damn fax machine, of course. She gestures towards the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you. You also simply give it the pseudopod. I'm sure he's more than capable with it. Where is your double? Yeah. She deserves to hear from you. Do not let her find pseudopod upstairs. This woman could be a valuable source of information if you can prize it from her. Your controller was clear. This woman doesn't need to know anything she doesn't need to know. Okay, so 3 competing choices. Got it. Okay, here we go. She must know something about your assignment. Find out what it is. Can't retry this. I did size her up, and she is hot for my double. But 97% success pending. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Let's try cold read. Whatever. It looks like I have a 97% chance of success. First, stick the target into your confidence. Okay. See, this is cool. Okay. So this telling me how to proceed with some of these dialogue checks, like in a prescriptive manner due to my training. based on a successful check, that seems cool to me because it gives me a way to approach the world and actually draw upon my experiences and kind of like my place in it. Because this is my issue. Just like with Disco Elysium, I'm a stranger in a strange land as a player. I know nothing about these parties, these people, this time period. I know nothing about their politics. I am learning. I am a blank sponge absorbing everything for the first time. In Disco Elysium, part of the interesting thing about that is you're waking up blackout drunk. So you're trying, and you have been on a real mental tear for some time and a decline in your life. So the advantage is you're not quite a clean slate, but you're almost mentally a clean slate because you're coming off of like a psychological break and a substance abuse like blackout. So it gives you, the player, the same perspective and kind of cluelessness that the character shares. And I get that in this game, the spy has been out of the world for a while, 5 years before this other assignment, which I take it, but she's not a blank slate. So I am lost, but she's not. And while this game has a lot of the same flowery dialogue and the same breathy, dramatic narration as Disco Elysium, it's not grabbing me as much in the opening because I'm getting hit with a disconnect and how it's been presented so far. I get the gist of what's happening. I don't, like I said, I've already kind of pointed out my issues with having my anxiety spike and crest and losing a stat point from engaging over something that already happened. It seems like I was penalized multiple times for engaging the same circumstance. So just that presentation is just kind of how it resonated with me. And I'm kind of in this world, and a lot of my dialogue choices don't seem to even sometimes line up with how I would probably present myself as a spy or as a professional, or even different aspects of being a spy in this world. They seem either completely fatalistic or to almost like, I don't know, naive and childlike and kind of just immature. So I'm just trying to find the balance point and get the hook for this. But this I like, because this was like, okay, I made a skill check to draw on a specific training and expertise that this character has that I as the player do not, to help me, the player, guide through how I should approach the social engineering aspect of this, getting what I need out of this contact. That to me lined up. This is probably the first time that in the game that I've been playing now for almost an hour that this is kind of lined up in a way that felt like it's working as intended, I guess, or did something clever and to help guide me, the player, to like kind of getting immersed in this world. Special asset. It's time you learned of our meta task. Or look as wary but intrigued. Turn an admirable quality into a vulnerability. So first, take it into confidence. 2, turn an admirable quality into a vulnerability. Pseudopod is after the People's Service Medal. The opera sent me to assess his stagecraft. No one's saying to me about a meta task. I'm telling you right now, that's what's happening here. This is really how we handle personal matters. Sounds suspiciously elaborate. She fucking loves it. I want you to tell me about Pseudopod's movements, who he's spoken with, everything about the assignment he shared with you. Exploit. Check of our information security. I'll have you know Pseudopod's not told me anything. He's kept it intensely tight. She gives you a very satisfied smile. You have shit, in other words. Disappointing. Pseudopod assured me you're extremely observant. Look, Constance, he's very close. My report could be what puts him over the top. Know anything about this? Interesting. Disappointing. Pseudopod assured me you're extremely observant. Yeah, it's a knife picture, surely, remember, but that's fine. Have you tried the bootleg bazaar? He was down here yesterday. Yeah, that matches the purchase order. What's that? Well, the knockoffs and legal imports make their way into the city. Intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he was after precisely. Devils, pass the baton to you. Find out what brought him to the bazaar. You'll be one step closer to your assignment. How to get this bazaar. You can practically see it from the front door. Due south in the ruins of the old Eslick factory. Head west from the roundabout. If by chance you find yourself in Party Alley, it means you've gone the wrong way. Very good. Thank you, Constance. I hope you write Pseudopod a glowing report. From what I've seen so far, he certainly deserves it. Okay. Are we alone here? Any other tenants I need to worry about? What's wrong with the fax machine exactly?
It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order.
Just looking at that thing causes you to take psychic damage.
Really?
Best stay away.
I got anxiety from looking at the fax machine.
Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room phone.
And no one told me anything about a fax machine.
I'm telling you now, Operant. That's what's happening here.
Very well. Well played, Constance.
You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green should be well within your powers.
I'm going to show her this because I don't understand. I know she's already kind of in her confidence here.
I certainly don't. It looks rather flirtatious.
My interest in it is purely professional.
Seedy business attracts itself. You might try one of the bars along Party Alley.
Are we alone here? Any other tenants? Okay, just the three of us. Nosy customers. No one's here for very long. And how's the special asset liminal class life treating you, Constance?
I don't presume to know the inner workings of the opera, but I have to think I could be better utilized.
How do you mean?
Of course, I'm happy with the tasks I've been assigned thus far. Keeping a safe house is a major responsibility, but I have other skills, you know.
Such as?
Chemistry, for one. I have an entire photo lab back here with access to all kinds of toxic chemicals and powders. And yet I doubt anyone would suspect a woman like me of, say, poisoning someone.
Why, Constance? You devil.
If the assignment required it.
Oh, certainly, of course.
This is a woman who's planned countless perfect murders in her idle hours.
That's extremely useful to know, Constance.
I'm not saying I hope it comes to that, just if it does.
One other thing, I wasn't being entirely open with you earlier about Pseudopod. No, we're going to exploit this asset as long as we can. What's your opinion on the assignment? Is this still part of the test? Shouldn't you be one advancing these issues and so forth? Just your general impressions.
Granted, this is only my debut, but it seems to me that something's very amiss. No matter what we do, nothing appears to go according to plan. Pseudopod says it's all part of the work, but it gives me a rather unsettled feeling.
It's okay. Every assignment starts out this way.
I don't know whether that's intended to be reassuring.
I'll head for the bazaar and see what I can find.
Oh, just one thing. How have we done? Will Pseudopod be getting that service medal?
It's possible you're going to regret engineering her so thoroughly. He's a strong candidate, we'll see.
I'm thrilled to hear it. He's earned it, no question.
She hesitates a little shy all of a sudden. Yes? I just want to say welcome back. Okay. I'm going to save it here. Cool. And we'll wrap up because we're a little over the hour mark. Yeah, so far the game oozes atmosphere, especially in the visuals. And you could definitely tell like the artists or some of the artists have definitely worked on Disco Elysium and carried that forward. And they are doing some interesting things. And I like the stat system. I really like, I said, if I look here, there's a dossier. I like how this differs, and this is breaking down and how specific it is to breaking down a dossier of a person's psyche and their abilities through the lens of spycraft. Like this is well done. This seems like this is obviously tailor-made for this world. If I was, if this game was about something else, then I'm sure that these would reflect something else, right? And it didn't just keep the generic same different personality archetypes that were in Disco Elysium. So it's familiar, but yet coded to this world, and that helps with the immersion, and it kind of helps me see like, okay, this makes sense how I'm going to see this world and interact with it. Everything here from like a visual standpoint and from a UI standpoint, I'm a fan of. Like I said, my one critique would be I'd really like these to also give me the description. These descriptions. So if I hovered over nerve here, it would give me that description, so I don't have to go back and forth between the screens. I like all of this. However, I think I've already kind of made it clear that in the opening, having my anxiety spike way up out of nowhere over the same kind of thing, I don't know that was handled particularly well, because I don't know why I was failing, and it feels like a fail state as opposed to a natural consequence of what I'm dealing with. And it felt like I was getting penalized for the same thing multiple times. I've already kind of delved into that. And while I'm intrigued by the inherent promise of the game and wanting to see more because of that back of the box, and what it sold me on when we were reading on the Steam page, that's why I want to carry forward. But in this opening, there's a little bit of a hook. And obviously there's some self-preservation for this character in mind, because you don't want to be, your mission over before you even started it, when it's your chance to get back out from whatever the quote unquote freezer was for the past 5 years for whatever went wrong before. But I don't know that I have a lot to go on. I don't know that the game grabbed me as much in this opening hour as I kind of hoped that it would, which is a little unfortunate, like by its own merit. So it's given me something to work with. Would I keep playing at this point? Absolutely. I'm already kind of drawn into the artwork, and I'm drawn into the premise, and there is a hook going on, and I am eager to find out what is my actual assignment, what is going on, and more importantly, who took out my double. And if they took that person out and they know it's a double, then am I next? Am I already on somebody's radar? That kind of thing. So I am interested, and I think it's done an okay job of setting it up. I'm a little lukewarm on it, to be honest, in the opening hour. Maybe I'm being too critical, but that's kind of my honest assessment. But I think there's a lot here that I would definitely keep me playing beyond this to kind of figure out what's going on if I was going to beyond just a quick demo. So yeah, it's pretty slick. I like what they're doing. I just kind of hope they tighten up the opening a little bit. Between now and release, maybe I don't even know if they're still making changes to it, or if this demo is really just a vertical slice of what the full release is going to be like. But I've enjoyed my time with it, and I will definitely keep this on my radar. It's definitely going to be wishlisted, and I will definitely play it. Appreciate you joining me. Thanks so much. See you.